Good morning, Raiders. This is just a quick overview of where you can find things in your geometry course in ItsLearning. First of all, if you log into your geometry course in ItsLearning, then this is what your first page should look like. This is your overview page. At the top left, you see your plan section. It tells you what the date for the plan is and what the lesson topic is, as well as a description of what we're going to be doing in class. Below that are also homework and upcoming items. If we click the Show More button, I can see what the homework assignment is and what the upcoming items are going to be. Upcoming items is a place where you would find dates for things like quizzes and tests that are coming up in the near future. Below the plan section, if I scroll down a little bit further, is the announcement section. All right, right now the only announcement in there is welcome back. Eventually, your welcome page with all of the information such as your syllabus and your video tour of ItsLearning will also be linked here. On the right hand side of the page you can see a place for tasks. These are things that they'll show up here if you have not completed them. This doesn't always work. It depends on the type of assignment, so don't always rely on that task button, but it is a place that you can check quickly to see if you have something popping up. Below that is events. The only event right now on the calendar is our welcome back. So the happy first day of school. Things that you'll find here will also be things such as your test dates and quiz dates. Another way that you can see your plans is just to click the plans button. This will give you a list of all of the plans if you have it set up to view all. Right now I only have 2 days in here, but all of the plans would appear. You can also change that view. I'll show you that in just a second. If you're not a fan of this table view where you have the lesson and then the date and description and homework in these columns, you can also change this to the list view. The list view looks more like your overview page. It's just whichever you prefer. You can change that. Another thing you can change are the date ranges that you can see in your calendar. If I click this pull down menu, I can see that I could change it so I could only see today, in which case there's nothing there because this is the 12th of August and there are no lesson plans for today. I could change it to just this week, which means I will only be able to see the one for Wednesday, Thursday of this, or Thursday, Friday of this week because there's nothing else there. Or I could show all upcoming. Now, all upcoming is great this time of the year because there's not much in there, but as we get later on, it might start to be a lot. But usually I only put about a week at a time in there, so if that's okay with you, then that view is going to be okay. Something that's handy if you happen to be absent and miss a few days of school, if you have it set on all upcoming and you're not able to check your ItsLearning page for a few days because you don't feel well, then you won't be able to see in ItsLearning the things that we did for the days you were absent. So to find that, you can click this down arrow again, the pull down menu. And notice that I can see after all upcoming, I have the choice of last week. So if I just missed days last week, I could click on that and see what the plans were for last week and I could get caught up on that. Or if I'm out longer, I could click the past 2 weeks to see what that is, or all past. I can also select the term. So when we get on into second semester, this might be helpful so you can ignore all of the things from first semester if you like to see all of the items, and then you won't have to scroll through as many things. But all upcoming is generally good, or again, if you're absent, I would say last week or the past 2 weeks are the two handiest features that you have here. You can also find your items in ItsLearning by clicking on the Resources button. When you click on the Resources button, you can see the folders pop up here in the tree on the left-hand side of your page. So you have your beginning of the year folder. The first page in here will be the page that has all of your course information on it. Then you've got your course syllabus linked, and there may be other documents added to that, things that are just handy at the beginning of the year. After that, you'll have all of your units linked. You'll have the name of the unit and what topics the unit includes. If I expand this folder, since it's the beginning of the year, there's not a whole lot of stuff in here, but you can see I already have the first lesson in here as a learning path. So you could click on this. It would take you through step by step what the lesson was for the day. So if you're absent, you can just click on that button and go right through your learning path. And we're going to work on exactly, if you're unfamiliar with the learning path, we'll work in class together to help you become familiar with the learning path. The other buttons you probably won't use that much. Follow up and reports. I don't know how this works in the student view, but you could see your grades or what the things that you have finished in this view. Again, as a student, I'm not sure what that looks like. I know what I see as a teacher. And same thing for 360 reports. This tells you sort of your activity, how long you've been in ItsLearning on average, how much your usage is up, which you can see mine is up a lot in the last few days because, well, I didn't use ItsLearning last week very much. All right, and then the more you can see participants in the course, and then your working portfolio assessments. We won't really use those very much in math. Another thing that's helpful for you to know is that if you send me a message, it's best for you to send me a message through ItsLearning. So the way that you do that, if you're unfamiliar, is to click on this call out button. Now, I'm not going to click on it because if I click on it, you'll be able to see other student information, and I don't want you to see that. But if you just click on it, there'll be a place for you to type who your message is to. You'll just type T Hill, and then there'll be a space for you to type a message, sort of like an email, but it's a little bit shorter and quicker because you only have to type in a little bit. This bell here to the right of the call out button, or to the left of the call out button if you are unfamiliar, this bell is the bell that tells you of notifications, which means that you have a message. So for example, if I send you a message through ItsLearning, then you should get a little notification here. There'll be a little number. So for example, if you have a 1 sitting here next to your bell, usually it's in like an orange circle. If you have a little bell number next to your bell, that means you have a new notification. You can click on it and see what that notification is, and then you could click on the message call out so that you could respond to that message. It's really important that you keep track of your messages, especially if we happen to have any online learning days. Make sure you keep up with that because that's going to be my primary way to have communications with you, and it'll be your primary way to have communications with me. So make sure that you understand how to use the messaging and pay attention to your notifications. All right, that's a short overview. If you have any questions about how to find anything in ItsLearning, please let me know, and I'll be happy to help you. Have a great day.